Hey everyone, JMDDS here, back with another video. Find myself here in my kitchen again. I just really love my kitchen, y'all. I'm as close. I'm just a few feet away from the fridge, a few feet away from the microwave and my pantry. So it doesn't get any better than that. If I want to grab a snack, I'm right. I'm already here. I don't have to walk, right? So, but anyway, in this video, I'm just really quickly want to talk about a fragrance that I recently acquired, and I honestly I really, really love this. And it's going to be a fragrance, none other by the house of Gallagher Fragrances. And this is going to be Amongst Waves. So this is Amongst Waves. Really quickly, before I get into the review or my opinions, I just really quickly want to state, if you didn't watch the video that I made that I recently uploaded about myself, I just talked a little bit about myself and why I'm doing, why I'm on YouTube and things like that. I just really quickly forgot to mention that because I still am a student and I'm going to become a doctor, um, I rarely have time to do, honestly, to pretty, I barely even have time for this. And because of that, I wish I could invest more time into editing and making cool little graphics and things like that. But I just don't have the time right now, you all. Eventually, one day I will. I promise you guys. But right now, I can't do all these fancy edits and things like that. So you're just gonna have to stay here with me and just don't expect all these crazy fancy graphics anytime soon. But I promise you all, one day it will happen. I will have nice edits and things like that. And another thing I forgot to mention in that video really quickly is my inspirations. The reason why I'm here. Um, one of the some of the few people that inspired me. Just really quick shout out to them in case, and for some reason, in case one of you is watching this video. I really want to thank you because you all have inspired me to develop my nose and to just keep doing what I'm doing, honestly. And without you guys, I probably wouldn't be doing this channel or be on this video, honestly. And one of the people is Mr. Rene Zayas. He's been an inspiration to me. Robes08, Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. He's also been somebody that I look up to, and Steven from Adolescence. So just wanted to give a really quick shout out to them. And anyway, let's just get right into it. So what do I think about Amongst the Waves? Um, I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really nice. And right off the bat, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10 for me, in my opinion. Just um, I I'm a sucker for aquatic fragrances, so I just want to put that out there. So full disclosure, I am a sucker for aquatic fragrances. This isn't and one of the reasons is because I live in Texas, and it gets really hot here, and sometimes that's all you can wear. Especially if you're outside in the sun, especially if you grew up like me, working construction as a kid and all that. But anyway, so yes, I do love my aquatics, but this is a nice twist on aquatics. As we all know, the aquatic genre has kind of just been a little stale over the last few years. It seems like almost every house keeps putting out the same aquatic thing. Nothing's really changed. Everything kind of lasts the same, projects the same, smells the same. But this does not. This definitely does not. This is beautiful. Highly recommend it. If you haven't gotten your nose on it, yeah, I highly recommend you all do. Oh man, this is beautiful. It's zesty, it's sweet, um, it's salty, it's oceanic, it's elegant. It's not rough around the edges or anything like that. It's just smooth. Um, I've and for some reason I really quickly I want to say I've heard and I've read that this is people calling this a melon bomb, and I just want to kind of dispute that notion really quickly. I don't think this is a melon bomb at all. Um, yes, honeydew is is one of the main players here, but so is patchouli, and so are the salty notes, and so is the zest in here, and so is the green apple. So, to call this a melon balm, I feel like, in my opinion, it's really, really doing a disservice to this fragrance because this is really, really beautifully blended. It's not just melon in here. Yes, it's a prominent note, and it does have a little bit of sweetness to it on opening, but I promise you all, if you let this dry down, you're gonna get pleasantly rewarded. That zest is gonna come out from the heart, and those salty notes are going to start to overtake that sweetness and just round that sweetness off, and it's just going to be like a sweet, zesty, green apple, melon vibe that you're going to get from this, and it's all beautifully blended. No one note is overpowering the other. So yes, it is a little sweet, but then again, it's also a little zesty and salty. So that makes up for the sweetness, in my opinion. So it's not too sweet for me. I own sweet fragrances, and this is nothing like any of that. This to me is more this to me is more salty and zesty than anything else. I get a lot of zest out of this, and that's why I think I love it. Because actually, on upon first sniff, as it dried down, after about 20 minutes, this actually started to remind me a lot about Ultra Zest. And I own Ultra Zest, Amen's Ultra Zest. I own that, and I sprayed it. I sprayed this on this wrist and Ultra Zest on this one, and I started smelling them side by side. I'm like, wow! On opening, as this dries down, it smells like the opening of Ultra Zest. But the thing about Ultra Zest is that it's a lot more zesty. It's a lot more zesty, hence the name Ultra Zest, right? But yeah, it's a lot more zesty than this. But this is really similar to the opening of Amen's Ultra Zest. So if you love that opening, that's what you're gonna get here, and it's present throughout the life of the fragrance. As we all know, Ultra Zest. This isn't gonna be a review of Ultra Zest or anything like that, but Ultra Zest dries down to a beautiful gourmand with cinnamon, where you have cinnamon, vanilla, coffee, things like that. And obviously, that's not in this fragrance. This isn't a gourmand by any means, but Ultra Zest dries down to a gourmand. But on opening, it's a beautiful zesty fragrance, and this is what that is. It's a beautiful melony, appley, zesty fragrance, salty, zesty fragrance. And the green apple in here is to die for. It's really, really well done. So that was my take on Amongst Waves by Gallagher Fragrances. Honestly, I highly recommended the presentation on this. If you don't have a bottle, at least what I've seen from pictures, I only have decants of this, so I can't speak to my personal take on the presentation. But from what I've seen in pictures and from what I've from what I've heard from reputable people, is that their presentation is second to none. And I really, really believe that. I mean, just by looking at the pictures, you really get what you pay for, honestly. And especially if you live in places where it gets really hot, like in Texas, I highly, 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 highly recommend this fragrance. As far as projection and longevity goes, projects for about 4 hours and then sits a little bit closer to the skin, but it's gonna be on your skin and on your clothes all day. All day, I guarantee you, all day, especially you spray on your clothes, it's gonna be there, and it's not gonna go off until you put it in the washer. That's how good this is. So that was my take on Gallagher Fragrances Amongst Waves. If you all have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos. And another thing I wanted to mention is, once this channel gets to 1,000 subscribers, if I can get 1,000 subscribers, and I know that's quite a bit, because I am a student, and I still work on the side, even though I shouldn't. I'm not supposed to be, because I'm taking 33 hours. But I just love this hobby so much, guys. I just love perfumery. So if I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna start giving away decants. Is what I think I can accomplish. I already have the decants on hand, and the vials and all that is what I mean. And so if I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to start giving away decants from things from my collection and things of that nature. So please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're interested in that, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you very much. I hope you all are having a great day. Peace. Thank you.